Last time on. Last time on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, so many people already. Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me check one quick thing. No wonder, I got the microphone in the wrong. Okay, that should be better. Let me check one more. Yep, alright, got it on the right microphone. Hello, everybody! Hopefully y'all can hear me better now. I figured out my problem with my mic being silent those past few streams because I wasn't using the right mic. I'm a professional streamer. Alright. So, hello, Danae King, Tailskull the Fox, Zeta Entity Wolf, Ben the Ink Boss, Inspire the Phoenix, hello baby, Tiny Chip Hog, Princess Nikia the Rabbit, Tails the Fox, Naveen the Wolf Dragon. Welcome, 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 everyone. How is everybody doing today? Good, 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 good. Everybody can hear me good. Perfect. Hello, everyone. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out how to move my live chat. Or do I need to maybe move myself? I'll just move myself. Why not? Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Yep, okay. Okay, so yeah, so this is just gonna be a little chill stream. There we go. Hang on. There we go. There we go. How is everybody today? Good, 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 good. So today's just gonna be a chill stream. I figured I'd do a Q&A. So whatever questions you may have for me, go ahead and type them in the chat. This is also a donation stream because, quite frankly, I am not in the best position right now, money-wise. So if you would like to help support me and the channel, I have pinned my Streamlabs link to donate to my PayPal. Any little bit helps, quite honestly. So if you ever, if you enjoy what you see and you like what I do, go ahead and help support the channel by donating to Streamlabs. And if not, liking and subscribing is just as good as well. But with that in mind, let's get this Q&A started. So if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and type them in the chat, and I will do my best to get to all your questions. It's been a while since I've done one of these Q&A things, so anything you got, go ahead and give it to me. Also, I hope you like the Sonic Unleashed music in the background. You know that's my favorite game. That's my favorite Sonic game of all time. Bird Girl, that's literally Electro's thing. I'm a Mobian Zeraora. Geo Heroic Productions, welcome to the stream. Also, hello Shadow86VR, I see you there. To Electro, why did you choose Zeraora as your OC? Well, here's the thing. It actually wasn't my OC at the beginning. So, story time here a little bit. He was originally going to be just a wolf, okay? He was originally going to be a wolf, and I already had a design in Sonic Forces. I made him in Sonic Forces, as usually a lot of people do. And after that, I got an official drawing made of him. I don't have the drawing on me to show you right now. I might show it at a later time, but yeah, he was originally going to be a wolf, and then a friend of mine, and I will go ahead and name drop him, a Mr. Wolfboy X13. He redesigned my character, and the redesign looked a whole lot like a Zeraora. So I kind of went along with it. I liked the idea of a Mobian Zeraora. And before you ask, it is not the design you're looking at right now. This is not Electro's original design. His original design didn't have any clothes or anything like that. He just had shoes, he just had the gloves, and he had a scouter for an eye. He had a scouter lens for an eye. Which I really did like. But then I saw a post by a Miss QT Cat, and she said that she was going to do an OC redesign stream. So I thought, you know what? Let's see what she can do with it. So I put my render into the chat for that stream. I was the last one to be picked, and the design you're looking at was actually what QT Cat thought of. So this is Electro's official render. And no, the render that's the PNG tuber right now, was made by Mint Midori, so big shout out to her. So after she finished the new design, I was just like, you know what? This could actually work. I feel like I could actually make a story out of this guy. And the rest is history, honestly. But thank you for the question. Let's see. Mad Martin Gaming, hello, welcome to the stream. And hey, AG, I see you there. Alright, the next question was, Electro, what was the very best video game you've ever played? The very best the very best, video game I've ever played. That's a good question, because quite honestly, I've played a lot. I've played a lot of video games. But if I had to pick a favorite of all time, you know what? I'm just gonna flat out say it. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That was my favorite game as a kid, and it still holds up to this day. I love Sparking Zero, but Budokai Tenkaichi 3 will always be my favorite Dragon Ball game. To Electro, what is your favorite Star Wars game? The old 2005 Battlefront 2. That game is bonkers. It is amazing. Go buy it on the Classic Collection. You will not regret it. It's so fun. To Electro, what got you to voice Infinite? I've voiced Infinite a couple of times. Mostly for my boyfriend, Inspire. I am his version of Zero. And quite honestly, I've always kind of liked Infinite. I think it was just a wasted potential character, to be completely honest with you. I really feel like they could have done a whole lot more with him than what they did. But you know, there's always a shot for him to show up in another game sometime. We never know. I mean, with Sega literally adding Marine to the mobile games, you know, they don't forget their characters. Hey Electro, not a long time no see after VR chat. How have you been doing? I've been pretty good. Jeopardy Alpha Mac, thank you so much for asking. Hey Cap. Question, bro, why is Electro so adorable? Come on, AG! I'm not adorable. Stop it. Question, Electro, what got you into Pokemon? What got me? I muted myself, dang it. Okay, there we go. Okay, what got me into Pokemon is that, when I was, like 6 or 7, my cousins let me borrow a an old Game Boy Advance. You know, like those really wide Game Boys. Not the Game Boy SPs, mind you. The Game Boys, the Game Boy Advances. And the game they let me borrow was Pokemon Red version, like the old version, and I played the heck out of that game. I think I even captured Zapdos at one point. And honestly, I grew to really enjoy the designs of the Pokemon and the gameplay and everything like that. And since then, I've been a huge fan of Pokemon. In fact, the first Pokemon game I ever actually fully completed was Pokemon Emerald. That was the first Pokemon game I ever completed, 100%. Stupid question. What made you find the Zeraora so special? I just really like his design, to be honest. His design, his powers, man. You know, with the amount of powers that thing has, not to mention how agile it is, and plus the movie he was in kind of sealed the deal for me. If you guys haven't seen it, it's called Pokemon: The Power of Us. Go check that movie out. It's actually really good. I highly recommend it. Just a question, or actually a thought. Is it difficult to make videos in VR, or is it easy? It depends on what kind of content you're making. If it's like a VR chat stream and you're like just playing games, it's not that bad. Like it's straight up not that bad, unless your computer starts lagging. Then it gets kind of tricky. When it comes to videos, however, we have lots of there's a lot of stuff we have to cut out, and quite honestly, it can get kind of frustrating when a scene doesn't exactly go your way. But just keep persevering, and you'll get the hang of it. If you had to choose a starter Pokemon for Gen 6, what would it be? Gen 6 is X and Y, I believe. That's an easy question. That's an easy one to answer, actually. Fennekin. Fennekin has always been one of my favorite starters. So yeah, Fennekin. I do like the others, but Fennekin's my favorite. Let's see. Electro, are you excited for Sonic the Hedgehog 4 coming out in summer 2027? Abso-freaking-lutely. So I was really looking forward to seeing Amy in Sonic 3, but she didn't show up until the very end of the freaking movie. And that just tells me that they're really cooking something up, because Metal Sonic is there as well. And honestly, if they're going to do some sort of adaptation of Sonic CD, I'm all for it. Sonic CD was fun, though extremely difficult. I don't think I ever beat it. Dumb simple question. What's your favorite color, both in and out of character? Electro's favorite color, he doesn't really have one, unless it's his electricity color, which is light blue. And then out of character, duh, it's yellow. My favorite color used to be blue, but it's yellow now. Question, what is your favorite and least favorite moment in any Star Wars? Oh, that's a good question, Zeta. Okay. So my favorite moment in Star Wars, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. My favorite moment of all time was the duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan. That duel was incredibly choreographed, visually stunning. You know, you could feel the emotion with every single swing of the lightsaber. So yeah, Anakin versus Obi-Wan, definitely the best moment in Star Wars for me. As for my least favorite, And I really hate to do this, but it has to go to the Clone Wars. There's an arc in the Clone Wars. I am never going to forgive General Krell. The General Krell stuff. I hated him. I hated him for what he did to the clones. So for that reason, I would say that the General Krell. I think it was on Umbara. I think that was the planet's name. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's my least favorite Star Wars moment. Especially when Krell had the clones literally attacking each other and killing each other. I hated that. I absolutely hated that. Have you ever read the Archie comics? If you have, which story arc do you think Electro could debut in? Oh, that's a good question. I've read a few of the Archie comics because, quite frankly, the distribution here in Texas sucks. I could never find the Archie comics to save my life here. I could never find them. And it's just kind of the same thing with the IDW comics. But I have read the Unleashed arc, at least most of it. I feel like if I had to pick an arc that Electro could debut in, I would say the tournament arc during the Werehog stuff. That's what I think he could do, or that's where I think he could debut. I think. Because let's be real, guys. Electro in my series, he's becoming a fighter. Straight up. Okay, let's see. Do you have a favorite Pokemon? If so, who is it? Zeraora don't count. Dang it! You took my pick. But yeah, I do have a few favorite Pokemon. I'm a huge fan of electric types and steel types. My favorites, a couple of my favorites, are Lucario and Metagross. Those are two of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is Luxray. I absolutely adore Luxray. Luxray, he just looks cool. And for the cute factor, Pachirisu. Out of character, why did your friends compare you to Valentino from Hazbin Hotel? Because they... Okay, so the reason why Alex mostly, compares me to Valentino from Hazbin Hotel, it's actually a term of endearment, because he calls me a better Valentino. Meaning I have multiple lovers, and they, but I'm not a big, a-hole to them. I treat them like actual human beings. And yeah, that's, I think that's why they call me, the better, Valentino. There's no ill will towards that. I actually kind of welcome it, because let's be real for a second here, guys. Yeah, Alex calls me a clean Valentino. Yeah, there you go. So I hope that answers your question. Here's a fun question. Back in the 80s, if you were able to, would you have auditioned to play in the OG Star Wars? Abso-freaking-lutely! Star Wars has always been a huge part of my childhood. Like, I actually got into it through the Game Boy Advance version of Star Wars Episode 3's video game. And I enjoyed the heck out of that game. I wanted to learn more. And so I did, and I've been a Star Wars fan ever since. So yeah, I would have definitely auditioned. What's your favorite Sonic song of all time? Sonic song. That's a tricky question, because I like almost every single one of Sonic's songs. But if I had to pick one, if there was one that I actually adore the most, I'd have to give it to... I'd have to give it to Endless Possibilities. Like, straight up, like, I have said multiple times that Sonic Unleashed is my favorite Sonic game of all time. And to be quite honest, I've always loved the soundtrack. I mean, duh, you're listening to the soundtrack right now. But yeah, I would say Endless Possibilities. More specifically, the one they played during the Sonic Symphony. I absolutely adore that version. It's so good, especially with Nate. With Nate Wants to Battle being the lead vocalist for that. That was an incredible surprise, and I hope someday he does another Sonic cover for the Sonic games, because not only was that amazing, but his One Way Dream song is amazing. So since some of the Sonic tubers has Mobius universe names, what's the name for your version of Mobius? See, here's the thing. It's still Mobius. Electro was just pulled from another dimension. And I don't think Electro even knows that Mobius even exists in his dimension. So he just knows Mobius as he was pulled into it. So yeah, I know that's kind of complicated, but yeah. Can't even find a good comic store near me, unlike back in my original home. I don't blame you, Bird Girl. I can't. We only have one bookstore close by me, and it's literally like 45 minutes away. That's the closest I can do for going for comics. Favorite fighting game franchise. So I'm guessing with that one, I can't say Dragon Ball. But if I had to pick one, definitely Tekken. I've always loved Tekken. I started playing Tekken with Tekken 4. I actually had it on the PS2, on the PlayStation 2. And I always had fun with it. There was even a mode in Tekken 4 where it was like wave after wave of enemies coming after you, and I always spammed Kazuya's flying kicks just to get through the stage quickly. Speaking of comics, have you seen or heard about the Sonic XDC crossover? I have. In fact, some of the models I have on VR chat are saved, and they're of the Sonic DC designed characters, like Silver Green Lantern, Amy Wonder Woman, Sonic Flash, Shadow Batman. You know, all the good ones. I just don't think I have Cyborg yet. In fact, I don't even know if there is a Tails Cyborg on VR chat. If there is, somebody tell me, and I'll look into it. Will you make a Pokemon movie? Probably. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but you'll just have to tune into the channel to find out. Realistically, out of Cream, Charmy, Ray, or Marine, which Sonic kid would you not mind babysitting? Straight up, Marine. Because, quite frankly, either Cream or Marine. Because Charmy and Ray, let's be 100% honest, they would drive Electro freaking bonkers. But yeah, I would say Cream or Marine. Because Cream is a sweetheart, and Marine, she likes to do adventures, and Electro, I think she could do well with Electro. What is your ideal pizza if you eat pizza? I do eat pizza. My favorite pizza is chicken, bacon, and ranch. Oh, so good. With stuffed crust, what is English anymore? With stuffed crust. That's my favorite. Now here's a sequel to that Star Wars audition question. It's the 80s. They're holding auditions. Who would you audition to play? Well, I can't take Darth Vader because, let's be real, James Earl Jones was the perfect Darth Vader. I don't know. Maybe I guess I could. I guess I would audition for Luke Skywalker. Yeah, I would try to audition for Luke. Would you rap Endless Possibilities? I don't know how to rap to save my life. Don't even ask that. I'm trying to get to everyone's questions here, so. Yes, Endless Possibilities. That is also my favorite Sonic song. How is it that we like the same game and the same song, having it as our favorite? I don't know, Ola. weird coinky dink, huh? If you were given the chance to redesign Sonic himself and reboot his universe, how would you do it, and what media from the franchise would you take it from, via Archie, IDW, Fleetway movies, etc.? Simple answer: I wouldn't. I think the characters look fine the way they are, and I know that they've undergone different design changes for the longest time. I'm looking at you, Sonic Boom. But I would say just leave them alone. I'd say they're perfect the way they are. Electro, what is your favorite Sonic character? Silver. Well, actually, no. It's actually a tie. It's Silver, Vector, Sally, and you know what? I'll even say this. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Mephiles. Once again, I like characters that have amazing potential, but didn't have much going for them. If Electro was to join any of the Sonic Heroes teams, which one would you pick? Team Rose, Team Dark, Team Sonic, or Team Chaotix? Team Chaotix all the way. I love the Team Chaotix. I don't love their missions, but I love the characters enough to want to actually join that team, so. Question: if you were forming your own team with Star Wars characters, who would you choose? Oh boy, that's a good question. If I had to pick a team of my favorite characters from Star Wars, I would say Anakin Skywalker, General Grievous, and you know what? I'll even say it, Poe Dameron. He was one of my favorite things about the new trilogy. Poe Dameron, definitely. Also, I'll try my best to come up with good questions. It's hard to think of some on the back of my head. You mean on the top of your head? But no, you're all right, Ola. Take your time. So, Electro, what got you to simp for Sally Acorn? It was a long time ago, honestly, but definitely the Sad AM cartoons. Her voice, her sassiness, her that was a plate. Her willingness to help, and her overall design. I mean, what's not to like about it, honestly? What's the funniest Sonic moment ever from any Sonic media? Oh, I would think, you know what? I'm gonna agree with a lot of other people and say in Sonic Boom, when Sonic gets the ticket, right? And he said, I'll fight in court, but I don't think they're going to accept gotta go fast as a medical condition. Yeah, I like that joke. Do you have a favorite Star Wars movie? Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I actually got to go to a theater and watch it recently for their 20th anniversary with my girlfriend. So that was a lot of fun. We had a wonderful time. It hits so much harder in a freaking theater. I swear to God. Oh geez, chat, quit jumping. To Electro, what Sonic villains you want back in a Sonic game? Pick one Sonic villain. One Sonic villain. Well, if you guys think I'm gonna choose the Deadly Six, you can get out right now. I hate those characters. Especially Zavok. Oh god, I hate Zavok. But I'll be honest here. I still want Mephiles to exist. I actually wanted Mephiles to win that fight. But yeah, I would say Mephiles. He was actually the #1 thing about Sonic 06 besides Silver. So, yeah. Which of Eggman's plans you think is the most evilest plan ever? The fact that he literally blew up the world to make a damn theme park. I mean, think about it for a second. He resurrected Dark Gaia and split the planet into like 7 or 8 pieces, just so he could get energy to build a theme park, an amusement park, whatever. So yeah, I would say that was his evilest. If Vector has a chance to get his own game, what's the type of gameplay you want for said game? I would say something along the lines of something like I Spy, or like a Telltale Sam & Max detective game. That's what I think he would have. If you guys don't know Sam & Max, go look it up. They're extremely funny. They're very self-aware for their time. But yeah, it was a fun detective game. Shout out to my boy Jasper Pie for getting me into Sam & Max, actually. You know how in games Sonic has funny reactions when he gets E ranks? What would Electro do and say if he got an E rank if he was in a game? That I don't even know. Like straight up, I don't. That's a good question, actually. I'll have to come back to that one. Let's see. To Electro, is there going to be an anti of Electro in canon? Ooh, that's a good question. I might have something in mind. The problem is, I don't necessarily have a basis for him as of right now. I have an evil version of my Pony OC because for people who don't know, I am a brony to some extent, and I do have an OC of my own OC, and yeah, I do have an anti version of that OC. His name is Bolt Thunderstorm. I might try to make him in as an anti for Electro, but once again, you'll have to wait and see. But just a heads up, guys. Electro does after his encounter with Scourge and Miles. It's gonna be a while before he goes back to the anti-verse. Just letting you know. Here's a curious question. If it hasn't been asked yet, who is your least favorite Sonic character in the entire franchise, whether hero or a villain? Zavok! And by extension, Zaz. Those two have been oversaturated in the games for too damn long. Please let them die, Sega. I don't like them. I never liked them. Begone! I don't really have an opinion on the rest of the Deadly Six because I never played Sonic Lost World. But the fact that Zavok and Zaz have been in most of the games since their conception. Go away! Question, which Star Wars flying and driving vehicle would you like to use? The Jedi Interceptor. Absolutely adore that ship. If you were to roast the Deadly Six, what would you say to each of them? That I'll have to Okay, you know what? You know what? To Zaz. I'll roast Zaz because that's the only one I can really think up at the top of my head. He's a no-good redneck ripoff. Meant to loop the playlist. Crap. There we go. Alright, anyway. I'm bringing this hashtag back. Hashtag Zavok go away. Yes! Thank you! Zavok! Be gone! No one likes you! Be gone! The Deadly Six can die in hell? Yes. Yes, they can. Question, Electro. If you could get married with any Sonic Girl characters of the Sonic franchise, who would you be married to in character-wise? Okay, so that question will actually be answered in Electro's story at a later time. So I'm not going to answer that. So yeah. Moving on. If there was a Pokemon anime that adapts the Pokemon Adventure manga, which story would you want the anime team to adapt in animated form? I don't know Pokemon Adventures, so I don't know. I don't know. To Electro, what is your opinion on Shadow Mewtwo? Gimme! Shadow Mewtwo is actually pretty cool. I remember fighting against him in Pokken tournament, and he was actually pretty dang cool. Quite honestly, I would love there to be an event where people can just get Shadow Mewtwo in like Scarlet or Violet, or maybe even the new game that's coming out soon. So yeah. Sonic Lost World, I don't like Deadly Six, but I assume for Xena. A lot of people do. You're not the only one. Dang, burn on Zaz also. If you had your own Boba Fett outfit based on Electro, what do you think it would look like? So basically Mandalorian armor. That's a good question. I would definitely think it would match it, his armor would definitely match his color scheme. I would love to see someone actually draw Electro in Boba Fett armor matching his colors. I would love to see that, like straight up. So any artists out there, if you want to try your hand at that, I would love to see what you got. Electro, you do know or not know that Zavok is coming back on the new Sonic Racing game? I know! And it pains me that I know that! You call Bowser a Zavok... you call Zavok a Bowser rip? True! Since you're a Pokemon fan, thoughts on Team Rocket? I love Team Rocket. Team Rocket, they're extremely hilarious in the anime, and you know, Giovanni is genuinely threatening. Like, he's actually, you know, he's the OG. He's the OG team boss, and quite frankly, he does a really good job at it. So yeah, I love Team Rocket. the words of Markiplier, go away! Nobody likes you! He's over there! To Electro, what is your favorite Pokemon theme song? Ooh. You know what? I'm going to say there's 2 of them that I enjoy. I'm always going to say that I love the OG theme song, but there are 2 others that I genuinely love. And that's We Will Be Heroes from Diamond and Pearl, I believe it's Battle Dimension. And what's it called? Stand Up from Diamond and Pearl Galactic Battle. Favorite Ash Ketchum season. Okay, so that rules out the new series that's going on right now. I would say X and Y. I think Ash Ketchum went through so much character development through X and Y, especially with his Ash's Greninja. Oh my god, I loved the relationship with that. They did an outstanding job with that. To Electro, what are your favorite game genres? First-person shooters, side-scrollers, platformers, fighting games, you know, the usual. Here's a funny question. What's the dumbest Sonic joke you've ever heard? You know what? It would have to be with the Twitter takeover they did not too long ago, where it was just Sonic and Shadow, no Eggman that time, and the question they got was Shadow read it out. It was just like, to Sonic, how's Elise? And Sonic's just like, who's that now? Even they don't want to know. Even they don't want to relive Elise. Okay, Electro, I must know, what is your favorite Mario Party and board from said favorite game? Well, here's the thing. I haven't played the new Mario Party game that much, even though I do have it. I've only played it once with Dragon, Cookie, and GameBot. Or actually, not Cookie. I think I meant Vicky. I played it with Dragon, Vicky, and GameBot. I haven't played all the games on that, so I would have to say Mario Party Superstars. Superstars was fun. And my favorite board from that game, I would have to say... Yeah, I'll say Woody Woods. To Electro, have your lovers pet your tail or ears to make you purr? Oh, hush, Danae! Come on! In other words, yes. Even though I can't actually purr, because I'm not a normal kid. I'm not a normal cat. I'm a Zeraora, goddammit. Alright. To Electro, imagine your OC character in IDW Comics, how would you react? It would be fun, but I don't know, that's kind of one of those things where I don't see myself ever being in the comics, to be completely honest with you. Okay, Electro, what's your opinion on the Helliverse? So you're talking about Has-Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss, those shows? I'm a huge fan. And if you want to know my favorite characters from those shows, for Has-Been, it is a tie between Angel Dust and Alistair. I like those two. I do like Vaggie too, but yeah. As for Hell of a Boss, Luna, Millie, definitely Stolas, Octavia, and Fizzaroli, and Asmodeus. Yeah, I have a lot of favorite characters in Hell of a Boss. If you were in one of the Sonic games, which game would it be and why? Well, here's the thing, Gio. That might actually happen. I'm not gonna give away too much, but me and a friend of mine are actually currently in the works of possibly modding Electro into a Sonic game. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Not gonna give away any more, but you'll just have to wait and see. Speaking of the new Mario Party, what is your opinion on the other party modes of the game if you played them? I haven't played many of the modes. I have played Mario Party Superstars quite a bit, but yeah. Hi, Mel.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my god. Okay, who put you up to that? Hey! Ugh. Dang it, Mel. There you go, guys. There's your daily dose of Electro simping in the stream. And yes, that was Mel that you probably heard. To Electro, how did you come up with the name of your channel, Vector the Groovy Croc? That's kind of a interesting story. Before I started doing Sonic content, I was doing content for Thomas the Tank Engine. And then certain things happened to where I didn't want to do that kind of content anymore, even though I still love Thomas. So when I stopped making that kind of content, I was just like, what do I want to do with this channel? And I thought, you know, I should probably do stuff with Sonic. And so when that happened, I decided, you know what, I love the Sonic character channels, so it was just like, my favorites at the time were like Shadow the Hedgehog, aka Jules, Speedy Blue, of course QnA. I loved her stuff as well. Tavaria Sailor Peace, Dragon Blade, all these other characters, all these other people that do Sonic content on VR chat, and I was just like, you know what? Why don't I try to do this? And so I decided, you know what? What's a character that I haven't seen anyone make a character channel of yet? And I look around, and yeah, Vector was the one that came to mind. So yeah, I changed it to Vector the Groovy Croc. And you'll know that it's me because I put the Groovy Croc, not the crocodile. I picked Groovy because I like to have fun on this channel. I love to have fun, where I like to have my channel be a place where drama is never a thing. So yeah. I hope that answers your question. To Electro, which game made you go rage quit? There is actually a game that I actually rage quit on. I was so beyond pissed that I almost didn't finish the game. But I did walk away for, I want to say 3 days. The game that I rage quit on is, you're not going to believe this, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Yeah, the game I've been promising y'all? Yeah, that's the one I rage quit on. That game is extremely difficult. But, luckily for you guys, I've been replaying it on my own time to kind of get better at the game, so that I can actually, like, know what I'm doing. So, yeah, it'll be a better stream once I start playing it for you guys. But yeah, that was the game that I always rage quit on when I was younger. Here's a fun question. If you were to choose 6 Sonic characters to replace the Deadly Six, who are you choosing? Specifically, characters to bring back. Oh my god, you didn't ask. Freaking Inspire! I saw you there, bucko! Inspire, get your butt back here! You guys saw that too, right? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I saw a freaking Phoenix, like, show up right behind me. Get your butt back in here! There you are! How dare you? You didn't ask, boy! It's okay, you're all good here. You're allowed to join. It's no biggie. Here, I'll even... There you go. It's fine. There we go. Say hello to Inspire, everybody. You're all good. Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear Inspire? I don't know if they can or not. Yeah, no, they can't hear you. Hang on. Okay, now try it.
Okay, hello,
there we
everyone.
go, now they hear you.
Yep, I'm sorry for the jump scare. I apologize.
You...
I just meant to open the PC chat, but I have to join the PC.
But yeah, no, you're free to join. That's no biggie.
Yay!
Anyway,
I've been lurking the whole time, so don't worry. I've been lurking. I wanted to wait till after mission until I actually finished some food I got.
Nah, you're good. Okay, so Cap gave me a question earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and answer that. Here's a fun question. If you were to choose 6 Sonic characters to replace the Deadly Six, who are you choosing? Okay, so for this one we need 4 males, 2 females. Because there were 2 females in the Deadly Six. So let me think. For Zavok, I would say replace him with Infinite. Infinite's better than Zavok any day of the week, and I know this. And I know this Phoenix over here can attest to that.
Yes.
For Zaz,
Yeah, because you gotta remember, there's also there's sins that we gotta think about. Because Infinite's good for Zava, because wrath and pride.
Yeah, that's a good. That's right. So what's Zaz?
I think he's greed.
Greed. Okay. So if we're going with greed, Fang the Sniper.
Ooh.
I mean, think about it. He's a freaking bounty hunter at this point.
Yeah, true. I know. And then there's also Zomom, who's Gluttony. 'Cause he's the chubby one.
Do we know any other like big characters besides Big the Cat? And yes, I know Big the Cat's gonna be in the freaking Sonic Cross world. I know.
Just hear me out on this. Chaos.
That actually makes sense. I actually think that's a good idea. Yeah. So yeah, Chaos.
Xena, which is
Xena
like
is Lust. Yeah. Was there ever another character that was like Rouge?
And a female character at that. Wait. If this isn't gonna be non-canon.
Oh wait, I got it.
Okay.
Breezy.
Ooh, Breezy. I was actually thinking Shade.
Well, no, Shade is not Lust. There's no way she's Lust.
Yeah, I know, but I was just thinking like Rouge, like kind of like the badass thief sort of aspect.
However, if we go to the one that was always an emo, then yeah, that would be Shade. What was that one's name? I can't remember that one.
Zor?
Zor. Okay. Yeah, she would be replaced by Shade.
Yeah. And then
there's Master Zik.
Master Zeke.
Is it Zik or Zeke?
I think it's different depending on the language translation.
Yeah, good point. Also, I see you in the chat, Gia the Dark Angel. Welcome.
Welcome.
That's a good question, actually.
Wait, Eggman negative.
You know what? Yeah, we'll go with Eggman negative. I'm not saying the other word because I almost got in trouble for that on a stream last year. No way.
Yep, we're not getting canceled today.
No. But yeah, those are the characters that. Yeah. So yeah, those are the characters I would replace the Deadly Six with. Yeah. Question: if Electro was to debut in a Sonic game, what game would he debut in, and how would he debut? I would probably say Unleashed, because his story is kind of reminiscent of Werehog. You know, he's in a different body. He doesn't know where he's at. He doesn't know what he's doing. You know, something like that.
But if it was Unleashed, what city would you meet Electro in?
Probably, you know what? I'm gonna go with my favorite level in the game, and that's Empire City.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Even though Electro doesn't even like cities, cities. If you guys know Zeraora, it doesn't like crowds, like at all. It's kind of a loner. So he'd probably be one of those people that would like jump off rooftops and stuff like that, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or something like that.
It would be that one person in the freaking park area that would scare everyone off.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that's what I would think. Oh my gosh, so many questions passed by. Okay. Just for a funny, can I put a light bulb on your hand just to see if it immediately lights up? Bird girl, come on!
I hope we're not like bulb to it, Chris.
And Bird girl, why do you have to out me like that? I know you like Luna. Come on! Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
I think she's mid.
That's perfectly fair.
Like, not just because she's a girl. Like, that's one of the reasons why I don't crush on her, but I just think they're much better characters.
To Electro, would you rather punch Zavok or Infinite? Take a pick. Take a guess.
Punch Zavok back to obscurity.
Please do. That's very interesting, Electro. Your channel is very cool and awesome. Aw, thank you, Fantasy. I appreciate that. Question for Electro. What's your favorite Sonic theme song? I've already answered this, but I'll say it again. Endless Possibility.
Good one.
You planning on bringing back the Sonic Unleashed streams? Absolutely. In fact, I will go ahead and announce this. Tomorrow, we will start work on getting to Eggman Land, which, by the way, Eggman Land will probably be its own stream, considering how long it takes to finish that damn level.
And plus, like, right after it's gonna be, like, the final boss fight and all that. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely bringing back the Sonic Unleashed streams. It'll either be tomorrow or Saturday. And AG, you are more than welcome to join that if you want to. Inspire, you're welcome as well.
Oh, don't mind. Like, what day is it?
Either Friday or Saturday.
Oh, so tomorrow or the next day. Okay. Like, if it's early enough, then yeah, coming in.
All right. Let me see. Moving on to the next question. Okay, to Electro, this is a sequel to that Helliverse question. Since you don't mind the whole universe, I'm gonna ask something that you probably never heard of. Have you ever heard of Devilman? I heard of him through word of mouth. Are you talking about that anime? That one show of Devilman, and apparently there's like a manga of Devilman that's the show is actually, from what I'm remembering, wasn't that bad, but then you get to the new one that's on like Netflix or something, and it's like really freaking gory.
Are you guys talking about Devilman Crybaby?
I think so. Is that a good?
Good, I love that anime. Yes.
Oh, is that good?
To me, yes. To a lot of people, it's a bit mixed.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've heard about it through Jobby the Hong. I saw a review of a Devilman figure. Yes, there's actually toys of Devilman. I'm not even joking.
Yep.
But yeah, I saw that video review, and that's basically all my knowledge of Devilman. It's not my cup of tea, but I can see the appeal.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing with me and Berserk.
Yeah.
With Guts and that. Like, I love a good anime with story and maybe even gore. Like, I can tolerate it nowadays. But, I'm sorry, Guts is, like, Berserk is way too gory for my taste.
Yeah. By the way, guys, if you want to ask questions to Inspire, that's perfectly fine, but just remember this is a Q&A for me, Electro, so...
Yeah. It's like, if you want to, go right ahead, but prioritize the Shocky Boy right here.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and read a question that was given to you. To Inspire, don't bonk me. Would you rather kiss Infinite or Vector or Scourge? Oh no, he outed you, boy.
Okay, first of all, screw you. Secondly...
You know what? Hold on. Before you answer.
Okay.
Let's make it a kiss, marry, kill.
Oh! I was about to say, if I can't have one, I could pick all three. Just threw that out the window.
Alright, so who would you kiss?
So kiss, marry, Merc.
Yes.
Marry Scourge.
Okay.
These next two are gonna kill me. Kiss Vector. And the only reason I'm killing Infinite is because he's already canonically dead.
You know what? That's fair. So there you go, guys. There's your answer. I'm sorry.
But
I'm
if
sorry,
I have the option
Inspire.
to kill all three, I'm going to.
I'm sorry, Inspire. I didn't mean to ruin the question.
Nah, you're fine, but you're gonna get a little burning later.
Hey. Alright, let's see. Which classic Sonic game have you always liked playing? Mine's Dr. Robotnik's Mean Beam Machine. Wow, Gio, you're one of the minority on that. Wow.
Ooh, someone's really into Puyo Puyo then.
Wow, dang. I guess I would have to say, you know what? Just because it was fully released again on Sonic Origins, I'm going to say it right here. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Best one. Prove me wrong.
Yep. Fair enough, fair enough. Me personally, I have played those games, but they're not my favorite cup of tea, unfortunately.
Yeah, you like more of the modern stuff.
Exactly, considering I grew up in the Adventure and Heroes generation. But for me, if I have to pick a game from back then, I'm going to pick an obscure one. Sonic Drift.
Ooh, Sonic's first Sonic racing game.
That's right.
I remember a Sonic short for Sonic Drift, right? It's just Sonic driving his car, right? And he's just like, realizes he's in a car, and he's just like, why the hell am I in a car? And it just goes, and that's why Sonic Drift sucks. Oh, and gosh.
That's the Sonic R.
We don't talk about Sonic R. The only thing good about that game was its soundtrack.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. I don't want to catch the torches and pitchforks from the chat. Anyway. All right, to Electro. What would happen if you met Rosie the Rascal, aka Anti-Amy Rose? AG can probably tell you. Fuck that. Especially if it's her version. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, there's like regular Anti-Amy Rosie. Then on a whole other level is AG's Rosie.
Well, Anti-Amy is the one they're talking about. So, no, thank you.
Yeah, I know, but the best there's like the canon version, and then there's AG's version like way up there. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know.
To Electro, if I'm allowed to ask, how would you believe our OCs would meet each other, or if that would mainly be impossible? I wouldn't say it's impossible, Bird Girl. In fact, I might That might actually happen in an Electro story if you ever want to. The only thing is, I would need you to get a model made for your OC. I don't know if you have one yet or not, but yeah, I'd see that on the table. Yeah. Yeah, I'd bring you into my series. Why not? Let's see. To Electro, Kiss, Marry, and Kill. Sally Acorn, Ember the Cat, and or aka Anti-Amy or Rouge the Bat. Okay, what the frick?
Well, I guess I'm not the only one called out there.
Okay, this is actually kind of easy for me. This one's actually kind of easy. Okay. So, Kiss Ember, marry Sally, kill Rouge. I'm not a Rouge sim.
You know, you're gonna trigger so many straight men with that.
I don't give a damn. It's my opinion. Get out. Get over yourself.
You're gonna trigger Rick. I hope you realize that. You might just accidentally summon him with that.
Oh yeah, right. Like he would even like he would actually watch my streams. I doubt he's even watching, bruh.
Okay, don't mind me if I just reach out to him and yeah.
Don't you freaking dare!
I wouldn't. I'm just giving you crap.
All right, guys, keep those questions coming. I'm still raring to go. This might be a while, so yeah, keep those questions coming.
Yeah, we're feeling good.
To Electro, if Sally was in a classic Sonic game, would it be for her first appearance? That's not Sonic. What? Huh?
Nani?
I don't understand the question.
Wait, let me see. Let me take a look. Alright, give it 1 second. Got it. There we go. Okay. If Sally was in a classic Sonic game, what game would feature her first appearance that's not Sonic CD?
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Okay. You know what? I'm kind of tempted to say. Man, that's harder than it looks. I guess maybe Sonic Labyrinth, maybe? Because, you know, she know, I could see her like being like a navigator to Sonic in Sonic Labyrinth.
Plus, wasn't she actually in the classic Sonic game being Sonic Spinball?
I don't remember. I never got that far in that game. I can never figure out how that game works.
Yeah, because I swear, like, literally, Sally has appeared in the game before, and I've heard rumors about Sonic Spinball.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I gotta look into that later.
Let's see. To Electro, favorite Sonic short. That's actually easy for me. So, I don't remember what volume it was. But it's by that guy who makes those really good ones of like the Scourge and Fleetway, the Scourge and Fleetway Sonic short. You know that, you know when Fleetway Sonic is like, and no, this isn't my favorite. I'm just saying, I'm just giving an example. The one where Fleetway Sonic is like beating up on Sonic and Knuckles. A brick gets thrown at him. He's just like, who did that? He looks over and Scourge is doing this fucking hip hop dance.
Oh my god, that one!
Hail to the king, baby! And he gets fucking,
right there.
and then he gets fucking zapped. But I would say my favorite short from Sonic shorts is definitely when Sonic is fighting Metal Sonic, right? And he's just like, there's only one thing I haven't tried yet, and he kicks him in the balls. Sonic kicks Metal Sonic in the balls, and you just see two nuts and a freaking screw fall after that.
Oh my god, that one! But you mean this one? Like, just look at the BC chat.
Let me see. Yeah, it's that animator.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah, it's definitely that animator. Yep, that's the one.
All right.
All right, let's see. Sally was in Sonic Spinball. Okay, so I'd still need to get further in the game, I guess, to see her. So yeah.
It's in the mini game area, like the bonus game or something.
Would Electro ever betray the Freedom Fighters and turn evil? That I'm actually not going to answer, because that might be something that might happen in a future Electro video. I'm not confirming or denying anything. You just have to stay tuned to the channel and find out.
Oh, but you better tell me later.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you. To Electro, would you rather, in Character Edition, fight a ground type while equipped with the Focus Band, or say something nice about Zavok? Give me the ground type, give me the ground type, give me the ground type, give me the ground type. I am never, ever saying anything nice about Zavok. No! Everything about him sucks! Anyway.
Okay.
Hi, Amethyst. I see you. Hope you're doing well.
Oh. Hello, Amethyst, you dork.
To inspire an Electro, what is your favorite funny moment on the Sonic fan dub videos? Oh, where do I begin on that?
Yeah, I need they mentioned the Snap Cube one.
I think that's what they're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. But oh god.
God, that's a great question. I'm not gonna lie.
I will let you answer first because I got multiple ones. I gotta like decide it in my mind real quick.
So believe it or not, I actually there were fan dubs a long time ago that I remember watching as a kid. By you might not get it, but the owner of Tails Channel, or at least for one of them back in the day, I can't remember I don't remember if he's still like the owner or whatnot, but Mardic. Does that name ring a bell to you, Inspire?
Yeah, it does. I think I've heard of them.
So, they used to do fan dubs. He actually used to do fan dubs in different games. What is going on with the music? Hang on.
Ah.
All right, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right. But if we're talking about Snap Cube, I would say my favorite moment from theirs, even though he doesn't like talking about these fan dubs anymore, I would just have to say pretty much anything that Alfred Coleman did for that group.
Yes.
Alfred is the GOAT for voicing Eggman. I swear to God, I think he would be a perfect fit for Eggman if Mike Pollock were to retire.
Agreed.
Sega, listen to me. If Mike Pollock retires, hire Alfred. Best Eggman.
Yes.
But anyway, but yeah, that would be my answer. I'm not going full on like piss on the moon kind of thing. I'm just saying pretty much anything he did as Eggman is the best for me.
Yeah. And as for me, it's not like a certain moment, but a certain point about the Riders fan dubs.
Why did I have a feeling it would be Riders?
Hey, hear me out. Hear me out. I like the lore behind that one because the lore they did is that Sonic and Jet were flirting with that and they quote unquote hanging out together and stuff like that. Only because their VAs for that fan dub were actually girlfriends.
Were they actually?
Yes, at the time when they were recording that, yes.
Oh my god.
But at the time, they were girlfriends.
Bruh. I didn't even know that. I'm El Stupido.
Yeah, so basically the fan dub VAs for Sonic and Jet in character were still flirting with each other and down that back and forth. but out of character, they were actually in a relationship.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
I learned that like just recently.
So is, you know what? I'm not gonna ask that question because I don't want to get canceled as well. Anyway, I'll ask you later.
Okay.
To both, if Sonic were to get a new voice that ain't Ben Schwartz, the old Sonic voices, or Devin Mack, who would it be via an anime voice actor or an actor that's Sonic's age at the time? Ooh, that's a good question. So, we're excluding Ben Schwartz, we're excluding Jason Griffith, we're excluding Ryan Drummond, Roger Craig Smith, and Devin Mack.
Okay, so basically all the past Sonic VAs.
Yeah. You know what? This is probably gonna be like the biggest hot take of the century.
Alright.
Alejandro Saab. He is
Kagi!
Yes, Kagi. Kagi Films, aka Sayu VTuber, who is also the voice actor for Shallot in Dragon Ball Legends. I think his voice for Shallot would actually be pretty good for a grown-up Sonic. That's what I feel like.
Yes. And yeah, plus he also voices like in like Genshin Impact. He voices in Zenless Zone Zero and a whole bunch of other media and all that stuff.
In fact, I don't know if you know this, but he also voiced in Pokemon. He was Leon.
Yes, in the Pokemon Journeys.
Mm-hmm. Where Ash actually did become a champion.
That's right.
Which, by the way, best scene in Pokemon. I swear to God,
Agreed.
That was the best battle I've ever seen in Pokemon. Pokemon Journeys, well done. That was amazing.
And plus, like for those horror fans, he also voices multiple characters in the Poly Playtime.
And for you Freedom Planet nerds, he voiced a character in Freedom Planet, the first game, I believe. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
I believe it was the Emperor guy, the really tiny Emperor dude. Like he was like the short stack. Which, by the way, would you guys want to see me play Freedom Planet at some point? I would love to play that for the channel.
Yeah, that would be fun. Explore other games other than like Sonic and all that.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I would say Alejandro Saab as Sonic.
Yeah, and then for me, since that was one of my answers I was gonna say, but I think I do have a backup one.
Okay.
This might be a hot take. It might be a bit annoying considering, like, but actually, you know how there's the remake of The Amazing World of Gumball coming out?
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a remake of The Amazing World of Gumball coming out.
Please make it good.
They released a teaser trailer that actually looks really good. And
Send it to me later. But anyway, go ahead.
I was thinking either like one of the patch VAs for Gumball. Because oh my god.
Oh yeah, they grew up during that time, didn't they? During the show's hiatus.
Yeah, and they've gone through multiple voice actors like as the puberty hit and all that, but they all sound amazing. But I was thinking one of those or a low fan voice acting for me, casting for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of his name, but the voice actor for Finn in Adventure Time.
Oh, him! Oh god, yeah. Dang. Is he still voicing Finn, or did they change his voice actor again?
I don't know, but I would love like the voice actor for Finn to voice Sonic. Like, oh my god.
Imagine they get the voice actor of Jake to voice Knuckles.
Oh my god.
But yeah, there's your answer, guys. Let's see. Would you rather lose your powers or forgive Eggman? Yeah, Electro's never forgiving Eggman.
Yep.
So I would lose my powers before forgiving him.
Yep.
Especially with what me and Inspire are cooking up for a future arc.
That's right.
Let's see. Here's something nice to. I'm not saying it. Oh wait, hold on. This might actually
read the whole
be
thing,
something.
babe.
Okay. You know what? Here's something nice to say to Zavok. Walk to him and kick him in the balls like Sonic did to Metal. Ha! I would love to do that actually. Let's see. Speaking of the Snapcube fan dubs, whoops. Have you ever watched any of the fan dubs that are not Sonic related? My favorite is the Sly Cooper one they did. I haven't. I've only watched like a small portion of the April Fool's Subspace Emissary fan dub.
Subspace. Oh my god.
Yeah, I only watched a few minutes of that. You do realize they're doing a fan dub of Kingdom Hearts soon, right?
Oh god, Kaido's gonna love the hell out of that.
Oh god, I'm just waiting to go to a recording session with him and just hear him go gushing about the fan dub for Kingdom Hearts. I swear to God, I'm just prepping myself for it.
You're gonna hear about it.
Kaido, if you're hearing this, good luck, buddy.
Yep.
To Electro and Inspire, what is your opinion on Sonic Ghost of the Future and Sonic Murder of Me comic series? I don't know either of those. I haven't read either of them.
I've read bits and pieces of Murder of Me, but not even close to the whole thing. But I've seen bits and pieces of the Murder of Me comic series, and it's actually kind of interesting.
All I know is that I actually really do like the designs of the characters for that series. I've seen like the designs of like Sonic, Shadow, Silver. I've seen designs of what the antagonist looks like. I've seen those designs. They look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Tom Holland is Sonic. God dang, Tom Holland's getting into anything. Okay, let's not choose him. Okay.
Although wait. Who would we cast Tom Holland as Sonic character? Who would he be?
Oh, Silver. Definitely Silver. I could see him voicing Silver in an upcoming movie.
Tom Holland as Silver?
Yeah. I mean, his voice is young enough for Silver. Like straight up.
People were either thinking him. People were thinking him or Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds for Silver?
Yeah, but people were theorizing that. Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna work out. No. Because I can't imagine going to a theater and sitting down and watching Silver, and all I hear is freaking Deadpool and Detective Pikachu out of his mouth. No, I don't buy it. Nah.
Okay, Tom Holland. Okay, so Tom Holland as Silver. Okay, think about this. Make it a twofer. Zendaya as Blaze.
Yes. Straight up, yes. But anyway, thank you for the question. Let's see. Electro, have you ever watched Slenderman or games including Granny and Slendrina? What is that? Female Slender? What the frick?
That is weird.
I've wanted to play Slender the 8 Pages or Slender the Arrival. Yeah, Slender the Arrival actually, not the 8 Pages. The 8 Pages kind of sucks. But yeah, I've seen Slender the Arrival. I've seen the gameplay. I've seen how scary that can be. I've played Five Nights at Freddy's. I've played well, I mean, I haven't played Five Nights at Freddy's, but I've seen it. In fact, I saw the movie, which, by the way, I highly recommend. It's actually pretty good. It's actually one of those video game movies that actually respects the source material. So, but yeah, I would say. But yeah, I have heard of Slenderman, Granny and Slendrina. No, not going close to those. I'm not a big horror. I'm not a big horror guy.
Yeah, Slendrina is the daughter of Slenderman.
Yeah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Anyway.
Yeah, we don't want to find out who the mom is. Like, what the hell?
Let me see. To quote Adventure Time, do not do tier 15. What?
That's far in Adventure Time that I have not seen yet, or just do not remember for the life of me.
Bring back Pete Capella or his brother as Silver. I I think they're trying to avoid using the game voice actors. I think the only exception they've had was Colleen.
Like Colleen Tails, like no one can do what my Colleen. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
Like it's like I'm sorry, but no one can do Tails like Colleen does. Like there's no competition.
Oh yeah, totally. Not to say that Sarah does a bad job. Sarah is an amazing Tails VA. Just letting you know.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, she is. But we stand Colleen in this house.
Yeah, of course. I guess while we wait for more questions to come in, I will go ahead and give some updates to the channel. So the writing process for the final battle is currently underway. We are still, pretty soon we will be getting into the filming phase. Electro's first arc is almost done, guys. 2 more videos. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that 2 more videos. For the Remembrance arc, it's almost over, guys.
Yay.
As for Vector content, I have asked a friend to if she would like to do a video with Vector. We're trying to think of ideas. And no, it's not going to be about vanilla. We already established that Vector has finally asked Vanilla to be his girlfriend, so there is that. We're probably going to do something with Vector alone this time. We will have the Chaotix, don't worry, but this next video for Vector will probably be something with him alone. So just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
As for more Vector content on the channel, I want him to actually start doing more gaming streams, because y'all seem to really like the TMNT live stream with him playing the TMNT 2007 movie game. So y'all seem to really enjoy that. So I might have him play more obscure games, like obscure games or fan favorite games. I might put out a poll before he starts streaming though. So if you guys want to know, or if you guys want to choose what games he plays, then I will put out a poll probably tomorrow to ask what games you want him to play. And sorry, I can't do Guitar Hero. I know a lot of people will probably want me to do Guitar Hero with Vector because he's a music guy. But yeah, no, I can't do that.
Yeah. Vector may love music, it doesn't mean he's good at it.
Sonic Heroes.
His music is so bad it damages people's ears.
Yeah, pretty much.
And their bodies.
Pretty much. Alright, let's see. To inspire an Electro, what is your opinion on Sonic Zombies series? Oh, God.
I find it funny in an ironic kind of way.
I've never seen a full episode.
I would just say this.
I know it's all this random BS Gary's Mod stuff, but if I want random Gary's Mod stuff, I'll watch SMG4.
There you go. But I gotta say, for me, like, I do find it funny at times super annoying. But I will say this. It's how I discovered the ship between Knuckles and Espio.
Oh my God.
I don't ship it. But if I see it, I'm not against it.
Oh, Jesus. Alright. Bring back Picabella or his brother Silver. I mean, for the Sonic 06 20-year remake next year? What?
What?
I'm sorry, did I miss an announcement from Sega or something that I wasn't aware of?
I did not hear that. I didn't know anything about that. What?
I don't know. Also, I think my playlist is screwing up again. Hang on.
That's okay.
Alright, there we go.
Alright, here's the next question. To Electro and Inspire, if you two chose a place to hang out, where would it be? I guess we could do this as both in character and out of character.
Yeah, I'll let you go first on this one.
Alright. If Inspire could choose in character, he would love to show Electro around his home of Adabat. You know, the basically island nations of Unleashed. You know, where we go to Jungle Joyride. He would love to show him around like the village there and even the waters, maybe even take a little swim. Or if Electro doesn't know how to swim, then teach him.
Bro,
Could be fun.
Bro, off topic here for a second. Can we all unanimously agree that Jungle Joyride is probably one of the most beautiful stages I've ever seen in a Sonic game?
Yes.
Like the water's so clear, the graphics are amazing. Like straight up, like even though it's a hard as balls level, it's still really fun, and it's one of the most beautiful stages I've ever seen in a Sonic game.
Yes, and I fully understand why for Crossworlds, like Sonic Racing Crossworlds, they chose Apodos as the Unleashed stage. I fully understand why, because that is also so beautiful. I love that stage. It is such a good starting stage to a Sonic game, especially a modern game.
Yeah, but anyway, go ahead.
But
go ahead
Joyride
and
clears
continue.
it.
But yeah, go ahead and continue.
Yeah, so basically for like the in character, Inspire would love to take Electro to Adabat for maybe a little walk through Jungle Joyride, or like along the waters, teach Electro how to swim. That could be fun. And then after they cool off, just have like a day like enjoying dinner at a campfire, just like enjoy some native cuisine and like fish and all that.
There's one thing you're forgetting though, Inspire.
Yeah.
Electricity and water don't seem to mix all that great.
And you forget that Inspire's literally a firebird. Yet he's able to only tolerate water through practice.
But you wouldn't be able to tolerate the water when Electro's in it. That's what I'm saying. He would be fine. Everybody else wouldn't.
Okay.
Because water is a huge conductor for electricity.
Okay, I get you.
So yeah, even if Inspire was in the water with Electro, he would still get zapped.
Yeah, that complicates things.
Yeah.
Okay, so Scratch is swimming in the water, but still exploring Adabat and then doing the sunset, like, fire fish dinner. Could be fun.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
But out of character, like when we meet IRL, like I am planning to visit Texas in November, for those who don't know, for Sonic Expo.
Yeah.
One of the places I need to go with him, and whoever else is there, we need to go to Whataburger. I've never tried it.
You've never tried Whataburger?
We don't have it up north.
Oh my god. You're gonna be the second person in my life I have to actually reintroduce or introduce to Whataburger. I already did it with Mel when she first came here.
Yeah, and she's up north too. We don't have it up north. It's a southern restaurant chain.
Oof. But yeah, I'll take it to Whataburger, no problem.
Yes, I'm excited.
All right. So as for me, for Electro, Electro's kind of I guess in a sense he's called a nomad. Like he doesn't like to stay in one place very long. But if there was one place that he would like to hang out, it would actually be the place where he actually met Dragon and re-met Inspire the first time. Once again, I would say yes, Spagonia. I would say he would love to visit Spagonia again.
Yeah, he didn't even meet Inspire though. He met Terra there, in character Terra.
Yeah, Terra. Yeah, he met Terra the Chamelark there.
That's right.
So yeah, I would say Spagonia for in character. Out of character, it's actually a really tough one for me because there are quite a few places I like to go to hang out. But I guess I would say like an entertainment store.
Oh.
You know, like for movies,
also, I apologize
video
if there's a dog
games.
in my background. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So I'm talking like movies and video games, action figures, trading cards. You know, stuff that honestly interests me and kind of resembles me in a way. So yeah, that would be where I would want to hang out. All right, let's see. to both. Have you seen the Ruby Spears Mega Man cartoon? Because let me tell you, the guy who voiced the Blue Bomber can make a pretty good Sonic back then for Sonic Sat AM before Jaleel White. I've never seen it. I'm not a big Mega Man guy.
Yeah, I'm not big into Mega Man either, but that does sound interesting.
Even though I am casted as Dr. Wily for Justin Pro Gamer 8's Mega Man stuff. Even though I know jack shit nothing about Mega Man.
That's just a reason for you to actually look into it and actually do some research on it.
All I know is that the game is hard as hell, and I never actually completed it.
Yeah, but I think I can send you like the wiki for Mr. Wily, so you get like the change of his character and all that.
Sure, I guess. It would be adorable if my OC and Vector first met. Maybe. Speaking of SMG4, have you seen a new character named Mr. Weapons? He's a new model in VR chat. Yes, I have. I've seen the movie that he's the SMG4 movie he's in. I love that movie. It was really heartfelt. It was really well done. It was really well made. I'm excited to see what happens with Mr. Weapons and Mr. Puzzles going on in the future. So yeah, I really like Mr. Weapons. I think he's a cool character.
Yeah, and I've only seen him because a friend of ours uses that avatar, our friend Blader.
Yeah, shout out to Blader saying.
Yeah, shout out to Blader saying, like, I've only seen him in the avatar, but I have not seen SMG4, that movie yet. But I will watch that pretty soon.
I'll show it to you myself if I have to.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, anyway. To both. If there was a Freedom Planet 3, what's the type of Sonic gameplay do you think it would go for? The classic style that they've been doing, or the adventure style and make it 3D? Ooh.
Wait, I have an idea. I have an idea for that. Why not both? Like majority 2D, but with some 3D elements thrown in there.
Oh, are you talking something like Shadow Generations?
Exactly.
So like half the stages are 3D stages and the others are 2D?
Yeah.
I actually like that formula. I think that formula actually works really well with Shadow Generations.
Yeah, plus it's the same thing with Sonic Generations. And I think that game was so good it needed a remake, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I would say that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I would love to see a Freedom Planet 3, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So who knows? It took them a while to release Freedom Planet 2, from what I remember.
Yeah, it took them too because all the voice acting and all of that wasn't in the other like 2D games. It actually worked really good.
Yeah. And because I know there's going to be a question out there that's inevitably... There's somebody out there that's going to inevitably ask who my favorite character is from Freedom Planet. Lilac. Sash Lilac. She's my favorite.
Okay, that's based. That's based.
Hey.
Mine's Milia.
You know, I was about to say, Mila is a close second.
Yeah, I'm Mila. Yeah.
Although I have started getting attached to the character Nira Lee.
Ooh, the panda.
Yeah, I really like her ice powers.
Yeah, she's really cool. Pun not intended. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
That was an accident. Complete accident.
To Electro, would your OC love to meet Sonic the Hedgehog as your next meet? Lol. He might meet up with Sonic at a later time. Once again, not gonna say anything. You just gotta tune in to find out.
Yep, and I'm planning something for Inspired Factory where he's not gonna meet with Sonic for a long time out of not hatred, but fear.
Yeah.
But I will explain like to Electro in a bit why that is, and then I will eventually probably do like a little OC backstory video, something like that.
Yeah, no, dude, you already told me why.
Yeah. I was just not sure if you completely remember.
But yeah, you have told me why.
Okay.
Yeah. But Dark Eye Dog says, have you checked out the Sonic Speed Cafe or the Sonic Symphony? Yes, I have actually. One of them anyway. I went to the Sonic Symphony last year. It was the last one they had of the for that year. Which, by the way, where are the tour dates for this year? I thought they were still doing it.
I think they did put them up for 2026. I think.
2026. So they're not doing it for 2025?
I think they are. Because
I've only seen like 2 dates for 2025, and they are already done. It was way back in January.
All right, I'll look into it after the stream.
All right, I appreciate it. But yeah, I've been to the Sonic Symphony. It was an absolute wonderful experience. I really hope to actually get to do it again. And especially now that I have Mel and her daughter Catherine with me now, I would love to make it like a family event for us.
Yeah, your cute little family is adorable.
Ooh, you're adorable too. All right. Anyway, but yeah, I've been to Sonic Symphony. It was really fun. To Electro, have you played a game called Dark Deception? No, I have not. I've never even heard of it.
Wait, why does the name sound familiar? Why does it sound like... Wait, let me look it up.
I don't know. I've never heard of it. Come on, guys. We need more questions. We'll end the stream in about 10 minutes, so get your final questions in. Come on.
Yep. Let's final questions, guys.
Electro, which place in the Chao Garden would you like to visit? Probably the Hero Garden. That's probably my favorite part of the Chao Garden.
Yep. Honestly, like that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So yeah, get your last questions in, guys.
Your last questions, guys. Keep asking away.
Yeah, you got like 13 minutes here, so come on. I'm gonna when we hit the 2-hour mark, I'm gonna start putting down the game or taking down this or ending the stream. To Electro, favorite Tekken game? That's a good question. Oh my god. I've always been a huge fan of Tekken, but I would have to say my favorite. So here's the thing. I haven't played Tekken 8 much because I don't have the game. I've played it at conventions and stuff, but I've never actually owned the game. However, for games that I have owned and played, my favorite game would probably be Tekken 5. I love Tekken 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the one with that was the one with Jinpachi.
Yes. Oh god, that cheap ass mother.
And that freaking giant ass monster he turned into was the cheapest of all hell.
Yeah, we don't like that here.
But I still love the game regardless.
Wait. Who's your Tekken main?
My Tekken main?
Yeah, who's your main?
It's a tie actually between like 3 characters.
Who that?
So, one of them is Asuka Kazama.
Yes, Asuka.
Another one is Kazuya, of course.
Yep.
And my third main is Hororong.
Ooh, the Taekwondo guy.
Yeah, Hwoarang or whatever.
Hwoarang.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
Yeah, because I've never really gone deep into Tekken, but the only Tekken I have played is Tekken 6.
Oh, come on.
That, like...
Are you what are you talking about? You king simp.
Hey, I said the only one I've played. I've seen other games. I've watched other games. I've followed other games, but I've only played Tekken 6.
Okay, I'm just playing.
It's like, and then I have technically touched like Tag Tournament 2.
Never played that.
But yeah, I haven't played it, but I have touched it, and I played like a couple rounds before I preemptively got my butt kicked.
Oof.
But yeah, it was fun. It was the Wii U version, so it had all the Nintendo costumes.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta say, my favorite that I've played is Tekken 6 because it had both my boys King and Armor King. Like those are my two mains.
No,
With third
really?
honorary member being Julia, or JC in Tag 2.
Ooh, Julia. She's the she's a Native American, isn't she?
Yes,
she's
she
the
is.
Indian.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, the Indian chick. She's cool. I like her.
Yeah, because honestly, I love the mix of Julia, like between like grabs and the freaking combo she has. She's fun.
But can we unanimously agree that the funniest character in that series is Martial Law?
Oh my god, and Forest Law.
Yeah, Law is like one of the funniest characters in that game.
Yes.
Especially if you played Tekken 5 and you beat the tournament. You beat the King of Iron Fist tournament.
Yeah, but in Tekken 8, I am planning to get the game eventually. But as for my main in that game, of course I'm still gonna pick out King. Of course I am.
No, really?
Oh hush. But as for like a second character, like I actually don't know. I've been keeping an eye on 3 possibilities. One is Reina.
Reina.
Yeah, she's like the new Mishima character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the purple hair.
Jeez,
and,
how big is the
like,
Mishima family?
Ask Hachi if he has so many freaking kids. All
Keep your
illegitimate.
Keep your thing in your pants, dang it. Anyway.
Exactly. So there's Reina. And then another one I keep my eye on. I was actually thinking about picking up Lily.
Oh, are you talking about the rival to Asuka?
That's right.
Oh yeah, I remember her. I think she was in Tekken 5.
I think that's the game she was introduced in.
Yeah.
But I was thinking to pick up Reina, Lily, or the third option.
Oh god,
Either
Cap,
Kumo
hold
or
on.
Panda.
I just gotta say this. Cap just went, hey Hachi got Riz. Mother fricker.
Cap, fuck off. As I was saying, the third one is either going to be one of 3 options. It's going to be there's Kuma or Panda, because I love those bear characters. They're so funny and crazy.
What other fighting game lets you play as a freaking bear?
Exactly.
As a fighter.
Yep. But there's those 2. I am trying to get DLC too, so there's also Lydia.
Don't know that character.
She is the Polish Prime Minister. In game.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's very into karate. But she's just so cool. I love her in DLC in Tekken 7. She's so cool.
Alright.
But
And what's your third choice?
The third one that's been announced so far is either Nina or Anna.
Oh, Nina Williams and Anna
Williams.
Anna Williams. It's Anna, I think.
Not Tekken 8. They say Anna.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
I think it's just it's one of those things where it's different per language of the game or something
Dang
like
it.
that.
All right.
I know, but
Isn't Nina
because
like
Nina is base roster.
Doesn't Nina have like a some sort of relationship with Steve?
Steve is her son.
Now I remember. Yep.
But Nina doesn't know that she gave birth, so she doesn't acknowledge his existence.
How do you not know if you gave birth?
Because technically she's like the clone of a real person that died, but Steve is her son, so Nina doesn't know anything about Steve.
That makes sense now. Okay, but yeah, those are our picks for favorite Tekken game and favorite characters.
Yeah, so mine are, of course, King for sure, but then either there's Lydia, gonna be probably my second main. Then either Nina, but I am leaning more towards Anna. And then Kuma or Panda.
Right. Alright. Let me get to these last few questions. To both, favorite Capcom franchise. I don't have a favorite Capcom franchise.
Not even Street Fighter?
Nope. Not even Street Fighter.
And Capcom doesn't also include Mega Man.
Yeah. To be honest, guys, I've never played Street Fighter, and I'm not a big fan of Mega Man. I'm not a big Capcom guy. Sorry.
Yeah, and yeah, I totally get you because they also include Monster Hunter.
That's definitely not a game up my alley.
Yeah, same here.
Even though they've done even though Monster Hunter has done collabs with Sega for friggin' Sonic, yeah, nah, I'm not. That's still not my cup of tea.
Understandable.
To Electro and Inspire, have you two danced together before? If not, will you plan to? We haven't even met in real life yet. Why would we have danced before?
I mean, haven't we done in VR and not Just Dance World?
I mean, there was that, yeah, but I mean, I think they're talking about like in real life.
In real life, we have not met IRL yet, but I wouldn't mind dancing with you. You know, if I could peel Mel off of you for a dance.
But, hey. All right. To the Lovebirds, what is your favorite type of genre of music? Well, since I'm Southern, I kind of have a soft spot for some country, but mostly it's like pop and rock and roll and stuff like that.
Yeah, like honestly, I love country. I was raised on it, so of course it's my favorite. Cause hell, I can even do a little country accent, just natural like this.
I mean,
just come naturally.
Even though I'm Texan, like even though I don't sound it, sometimes my Texan accent will come out. I sound normal most of the time, but like my Southern comes out like when I get like really flustered or when I get like really worked up. It definitely comes out, man.
Okay, I can do something to bring it out of you. You ready?
Oh God.
Sonny is better than Son Alley.
Boy, I oughta. Oh wait.
It worked.
Yeah. See. Question for Electro: what's your favorite movie? God, there's so many good ones. Come on.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, you know what? My favorite movie, because of my nostalgia with it and how close of an attachment I have to the certain franchise, my favorite movie of all time is Thomas and the Magic Railroad. That will always be my favorite movie because of my personal ties to that movie. Which, by the way, a massive rest in peace to Britt Allcroft, who died earlier this year. We miss you, Britt. Thank you for everything you've done for Thomas over the years. You did an amazing job.
Thank you for making this boy who he is today.
Yeah. Because if it wasn't for her, I actually would not even be on YouTube. So, yeah.
Exactly.
So there's my sentiment. There's my sentimental shtick out of the way.
And then I wouldn't have been able to do like my first ever video with you, like not 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, I saw that tweet.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we first met.
God, I hate to say this, but I'm kind of scared to go back and watch it. We were so cringe back then.
Well, that's before I discovered the use of renders. I just use actual pictures with backgrounds.
I know, right?
To cover up part of the screen.
Oh my God! All right. So a couple more questions. Come on, guys. A few more questions. I'll take 4 more questions, and then we'll end off the stream.
Yeah.
To Electro, out of all the Sally Acorn designs, which one is your favorite? And if Sally does appear in the games, but with a different voice actress, who would it be? Oh, that's a loaded question there, Jared. My favorite design for her is quite honestly the later Archie design for her. You know, with the vest and the shorts and the new boots. That's probably my favorite Sally design.
Yeah.
As for voice actress, seeing as how, you know, her original voice actress from Sat AM probably wouldn't be able to do her anymore. Oh, that's a good question, actually. Actually, you know what? I might actually have an answer. So you know when I mentioned earlier that I am a fan of My Little Pony, right?
Yeah.
There is a character in that series that sounds almost exactly like Sally.
Are you talking about Kimiko Glenn?
No, actually. No.
Oh.
That's Amy. She sounds more like Amy. I'm talking about like Gen 4 for My Little Pony. So with like Twilight Sparkle, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, all of them. There's a character in that series called Princess Celestia. Her voice actress is Nicole Oliver, and I genuinely think that that her voice would make a wonderful Sally Acorn voice.
Wait, that actually reminds me of who I would cast as Sally.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Like another who voiced a princess, but in the Sonic games and recently came back for that role. If they were to recast Blaze, how about Laura Bailey as Sally?
Oh my gosh. That would be kind of cool. All right, let's keep going because we gotta get through these questions. Okay, thank you for the question there, Jared. Let's see. Danae's last question is to the Lovebirds. What is the saddest part of the movies that got you two to cry? Oh, frick.
Oh, I was taking up the emotions.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the saddest moment in any movie. Oh, that's a good question. What got me to cry? You know what? I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna change the movie into a series that I watched. I am going with Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh.
And it was Jet's death.
Oh, Jet!
That made me cry so bad because he didn't deserve that. He was mind controlled by the Dali. Dali. And because of that, he did things he really didn't want to do. And the only way to stop him from doing it was to literally, like, beat him.
Yeah.
I straight up wanted to see him in Book 3. I really did. But unfortunately, you know, the writers had other things in mind, and I genuinely cried. I actually genuinely cried.
Yeah, and plus, like, the fact is, his fate was left up ambiguously, but then Book 3 with the play basically confirmed that he did die.
Yeah. But if it's not that, I will definitely tell you this one more story with me.
Okay.
So, as you all know, I am a huge fan of Transformers. Transformers has always been my biggest, like, passion, one of my biggest passions. No small part to Transformers Armada. Armada was my all-time favorite series. However, there was a scene in Transformers Armada when Optimus Prime stopped the biggest blast of all time from destroying the Earth. But in the process, it made him go all white. The blast dissipates, right? The blast dissipates. All you see is Optimus standing there all white. Then, really quickly, like, I swear to God, really quickly, zooms in on his face. His face crumples and destroys itself. And then it cuts to a scene where he literally dissolves into nothing but he just disintegrates because he took the full brunt of the blast. I can tell you this for a fact, guys. When I first watched that when I was younger, I actually ran to my mom, tears in my eyes, going, "They killed Optimus! They killed Optimus!" And Optimus was my favorite character. That was my biggest problem.
Yeah.
But now that I know what happens later on in the series, I'm all good.
Yeah. Then, since you did 2, I guess I'll do 2 as well.
Go ahead.
I'm also going to cheat and do 1 into a series and 1 into a video game that actually made me cry.
All right. When you get that done, we got 2 more questions, and then we'll call it a stream.
Sounds good. Okay, for the TV series, I'm going with the OG Teen Titans.
There you go. Oh my god.
And I think you guys know which moment I'm gonna mention. Terra's sacrifice.
Bro.
Because literally, she finally broke free of Slade. She stood up to him and whooped his butt. By doing so, set off a volcano that could destroy the city. She said her goodbyes to Beast Boy. I was already like tearing up like as a kid watching that.
Yeah.
And then she used all of her power and let out one primal scream before she was encased in stone. And they built a memorial to her around that. It just, at the time, it broke me. Because I loved Terra's character so much. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but she was actually one of the main inspirations for Terra the Chimlark. For the name, for the story, for all of it. She was inspiration because of that.
You want to know the saddest thing about that?
Yeah.
They retconned it in Teen Titans Go! Are you friggin' kidding me?
I know, it made me so mad.
Why would you bring her back? That totally defeated the purpose!
Yeah. But that's for that. But for the video game, I'm going with an actual Pokemon game. But not one from the main series.
Oh?
I'll try one of the mini side stories from
Wait.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky.
Oh, I know what where you're going with this. I remember this.
Yep. Igglybuff's story.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because, literally, for those who don't know, the Guildmaster is Wigglytuff. And one night he talks with Chat Talks about life past and when it was just an Igglybuff.
Mm-hmm.
How he met an Armaldo, who was a great thief out in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
But Igglybuff looked up to him as an adventurer to another adventurer. So they went on these adventures together, and at the end, Armaldo is finally caught, but Igglybuff is not understanding why, because they're really close friends. Like, he can't be this bad. He wouldn't do that. And then as a parting gift, Armaldo chooses not to run away, but to leave Igglybuff with a globe sphere. An item specifically used to increase Armaldo's stats in the game. Mm-hmm. And this as a leaving gift. And then Igglybuff knows he's never gonna see Armaldo again.
Yeah, why do you think Wigglytuff is like one of the most overpowered Pokemon in that game?
Yeah.
It's because of what happened with that Armaldo.
That's right. And I'm not gonna lie, I was just playing that in my bed when I was like 13 years old. I had my face, after hearing the credits and not being able to skip it, I had my face in my pillow. I was sobbing. Because I felt so bad for Igglybuff.
Oh, jeez. You know what? That's got to be something I play on the channel sometime. Like I said, I still got to get a Nintendo DS emulator. But once I do, there will be DS games on the channel. That'll be fun.
Although, I think I might actually have something for you, Electro, that could do some of those.
Show me later. But for right now,
Will do.
We got 2 more questions. So, GeoHero Productions says, to the both of you, which Sonic Riders game do you think is the best?
Zero Gravity.
I'm gonna say the same. Zero Gravity. I actually liked the Arcs of the Cosmos concept. You know, they used them to help like cause zero gravities and make sharp corners and to get extra powerful.
Yeah. But I love the story of that game. Like, it's the best story of a Riders game.
Yeah. And honestly, one of the best, like, one of the best uses for motion controls for the Wii.
Yeah, although I will say this, it's better than like the original Riders, which is basically like, oh, Sonic meets a new rival. Oh, he has to beat him. Oh, we're key to Babylon out of nowhere. There exists Babylon Garden. Well,
I mean, let's be fair for a quick second. There is a team that made the original Riders a whole lot better.
Yeah.
But the less we say about Free Riders, the better.
Yeah, that story was just like, oh, a tournament. Oh, Metal Sonic's there to copy everyone's data. Bye-bye. That's it.
And they didn't even bother animating anything. They just used PNGs for the characters. How lazy can you get?
Exactly.
You didn't animate anything in the cutscenes, you dumb... I'm not gonna say anything because Sega is the god.
Yeah, I know Sega's the god, but we can admit that they fucked up a few times.
Yeah, they did. But anyway, so yeah, Zero Gravity is definitely the best one.
Yep, I'm just hoping Crossroads has a story, and that clears Team Sonic Racing.
Yeah, Crossworlds is going to be amazing with the inclusion of Extreme Gears again.
Yes, and plus, like, the fact that there's so many worlds, and plus, they did show gameplay for some of those worlds, including recently they showed gameplay for Apodos, where
and
it shows...
Which shows which shows Jet on his Extreme Gear.
Yeah, and it also shows that in-game talk, some characters have specific voice lines for specific worlds.
Yeah.
Like in the Apollo preview gameplay, Sonic's like, the chocolate ice cream here is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine all the freaking commentary from so many characters.
And think about this for a second, guys. This gives us an opportunity to have a Sonic game with probably the most DLC it could possibly have, with more characters being added to the game. Because think about this for a second. They added Sage as a playable character. They recently added Marine as a playable character in the mobile games. They haven't forgotten their most forgettable characters. We could be seeing a whole lot more characters later on.
Yeah, and plus, on side note of the mobile games, they're also adding Sir Lamorak.
Yeah!
Like Jet from Black Knight.
Imagine skins, something sort akin to Speed Simulator for Crossworlds.
Oh my god, imagine like what they're doing like Mario Kart World if they do that for Crossworlds.
Bro, imagine if they did that for Jet and the skin for Lamorak also changes his board into one of his swords.
Oh my god, don't get me started.
But anyway,
act up, I swear.
Alright, but anyway. Let me see.
They did confirm DLC. They did confirm DLC for Crossworld because not only is the deluxe edition of Crossworld going to come with Sonic Prime characters, but in one of the trailers for Crossworlds, they confirmed the possibility of other Sega characters.
So something akin to the All-Stars Racing.
Yeah, and also other Riders games where it features like Knights, Ooh La La, Ai, Amigo.
You know what actually pisses me off the most? It was Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, okay? There are two different versions. The versions you could get on the consoles and the version you could get on the PC. The console version excluded some of the key characters because of the Steam version. And I miss out on playing as the TF2 guys in a Sonic game. Are you kidding me?
Wait, do you have it yet?
Not on Steam, no.
Do you want me to gift it to you?
Are you able to?
I believe so.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But yeah,
I believe it was that's like a free DLC that's included.
Yeah, that's included with the game. But anyway, okay. One more question, and then we will call it a stream. And I've already got it right here. From Jared Vale to Electro. If the Pokemon team does a game based on Ash Ketchum's early years via a Dragon Ball Kakarot style game with voice acting and honoring Rachel Ollie's.
Memory.
Huh?
Which all these memory, I'm guessing.
That would be pretty interesting. I mean, we've never really had a game that kind of followed Ash's journey. But the problem with that is the Pokemon anime is just lousy with filler.
It is.
And there's so much that you would have to talk about. Like, because everything that he went through was character development. And that would lead to a friggin' long ass game. So
like
long that you would
Kakarot.
probably have to make different installments, to be honest with you.
It's kind of like what would happen with like DBZ Kakarot. Like it's a good game and it follows the story of Goku splendidly.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it is a long ass game.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention all the DLC that they added to the game.
Exactly.
Speaking of DLC, have you seen the Xenoverse 2 stuff for the Super Saiyan 4?
I have.
For-
I did see that trailer.
Bro, those models, they look exquisite. I
Mhm.
swear to God.
They updating shit. They are.
I'm genuinely excited to get that next week. So yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll be getting it for the PS5 version.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, so I think unless anybody else has other questions. Oh, wait, there's one more.
Yeah.
Danae King. Okay, have you two ever heard about Cartoon Cat created from Trevor Henderson? Nope.
Cartoon Cat.
Nope. Never heard of
no.
it.
Nah. Nah.
The only cartoon cat I know of is Tom from Tom and Jerry.
What about Garfield?
Oh yeah, Garfield, Sylvester, freaking let me think.
Blazing Big.
Blaze and Big, yeah, they're cats too.
Oh yeah, and also Honey. Can't forget about Honey.
Oh yeah, Honey. But yeah, I've never heard of Cartoon Cat. Sorry. But yeah, I think that's going to cover
I forgot about Garfield. That's crazy.
Huh?
I mean, I forgot about Garfield. That's crazy.
Oh shush. Oh wow, Curb! What way to join at the end of the stream, dumbass!
Oh hello, Kirby.
I kid you. I'm kidding. I didn't. You're not a dumbass, Curb. Please don't hate me.
Well, you're not a dumbass. You're a late ass.
All right, I gotta go. So until the next stream, guys. See you later, my fellow detectives. Farewell.
Glad to accidentally see you guys. Bye.
Bye bye.